Snoring, a casual happening or a health warning? Snoring in deep sleep is so commonly observed and heard. There would be hardly anyone who has not indulged in snoring sometime or the other, especially in deep sleep, an exhausted or a drunken slumber. One cannot make it out oneself because snoring and awareness cannot exist together. Snoring is always brought to notice or complained by bedroom partner, family members, hostelite friends. Invariably, it is brushed off as a laughing matter. At worst, it's playfully ridiculed. Some laughter gets created and both parties go back to their ritual of snoring and suffering or living with it. Snoring is a wide range, from a slight rumble to an unbeatable cacophony of mixed sounds. At times, such a pitch of rhythm is established that the accompanying person cannot help but remain awake, listening to this not-so-pleasant sound. Awakening the snoring pal, pinching the nose, turning the snorer to one side are resorted to. But when it's a relentless odyssey of every day, sleeping away is the only choice or option. There are instances world over where the snoring is a root cause of marital discord leading to legal separations. Snoring is a very natural reflection of a deep sleep, or else it could represent a snoring as illness leading to organ malfunction. Air gushing in and out of the nose and mouth to the pharynx, that is the throat, to the windpipe and to the lungs, vibrates to make a fluttering noise. In deep sleep, the walls and the muscles of this passage become lax, fall in, and the gushing air makes the flutter. Being overweight, being under influence of sedatives, alcohol makes it worse. There would be a natural tendency towards snoring, which is made worse and loud by the additional factors. On one side of the spectrum, we have a child or a pet lightly snoring very naturally. On the other side are obese individuals with vociferous variety. One is natural, physiological, and other could be a disease, pathological. All of us have experienced a pathological snorer at some point of time. There are individuals with obstructive sleep apnea or the OSA. Typically, an individual falling to sleep quickly in minutes. The depth of snoring and the noise levels get worse and worse. At the peak, the breathing stops, that's called apnea, and there is silence. The accompanying person starts getting worried. The breathing would never start again. Anxious anticipation follows, but the snorer restarts the cycle to go silent again. Sometimes it's so long an apneic spell that one is compelled to wake up the sleeping person. OSA is a worldwide phenomenon, getting recognized more and more as an entity which can lead to lung and heart malfunction. The awareness is increasing, leading to medical research and steps to overcome, preventing the organ damage and snoring thereby. If a person is found to have OSA, obstructive sleep apnea, some medical tests can be performed. Sleep test is an important test. It recognizes patterns of sleep, deep sleep, oxygen levels, fluctuating blood pressures. A comprehensive report can lead to tests like lung function test, echocardiography. OSA person delves so deep in sleep that for some hours of night he or she is deprived of adequate oxygen. Long-term lack of oxygen can lead to heart and lung complications. Just like blood pressure is measured by a BP cuff, blood pressure in the arteries of the lung is diagnosed by echocardiography. Pulmonary, that is related to lungs, high blood pressure, that is pulmonary hypertension, results due to long-term OSA. This in turn leads to strain of the right side of the heart. When the right ventricle gets tired, it results in swelling of the face and feet. The OSA victim can also suffer from lack of sleep, awakening with a startle, dry mouth, headache, mood swings, high uncontrolled blood pressure. All these constellation of symptoms, signs, and the investigation ascertain the spectrum of a fairly common yet unattended disease, the obstructive sleep apnea. Once OSA is diagnosed and its extent is determined, treatment starts. Putting a nose clip using a CPAP machine for sleep can be of great use. Losing weight at least 10 to 15% of the original gives significant medical benefits and relief of symptoms. How to lose weight and whether weight-reducing bariatric surgery should be undertaken or not is left to the specialist. Before OSA assumes a worrying proportion, that snoring is not just a brush over needs to be understood. Without demeaning or belittling, snoring should be addressed, or at least one visit to the ENT specialist or a lung specialist, the pulmonologist. Just as cough can be simple irritation of the throat or lung cancer, snoring can be a mere mild physiological variation or a serious pathology. It can be a sweet dreams, pleasant deep sleep, or an apneic spell causing lack of oxygen leading to lung and heart complications. Awareness, objective attitude, and addressing the issue can result into prevention and treatment of a disease which is apparently commonplace but can be catastrophic.